Let's forget tonight. Alright, how long will it take before I hear myself speak?
Alright, how long will it
4 seconds.
take before I hear
Perfect. I
myself
can
speak?
live with this. So- 1 concurrent viewer. Alright, so it takes 4 seconds now between me speaking and you hearing me speak, which I think is reasonable enough to interact with chat. It's still a little while, but it's a lot better than before we had like 20 seconds. It was unreasonable. Alright, so subscribers, you gotta remember, this is YouTube. Subscribers are the free ones. So all that only subscribers can send messages means is that you just have to click subscribe for free. Do it for any period of time. It's not like you have to wait a week like a 10 stream. You just click subscribe for free and then you can talk. I feel like 95% of the people in this stream are already subscribed, so it doesn't actually make a difference. I don't know. What do you guys think about that? Should I be letting people who aren't, because like I don't see an issue with that. Like it's not like you're losing anything from that. But I don't know if you guys want to give your thoughts. I can take arguments from people on why that shouldn't be enabled. Sewerp. Why is it a problem if yeah, sub only is good. I agree. Sewerp FPS. Why do you not like the subscribers only chat? It's not the channel members. It's not like you have to pay money. You can I mean you can still chat for free. It's just a bit slower. All right, so now let's make aim routines. I may be biased because I remember when the feature came out, I was on a Technoblade stream and he gained my subscriber count in like 5 minutes. RIP to the GOAT. Next thing I want to fix is my audio quality. I was watching back some of my old streams and I sounded terrible. This is my audio quality. I was watching back some of my old streams and I sounded terrible. Alright, playing me now doesn't sound bad. I'm gonna replay this moment. Alright, playing me now doesn't sound bad. I'm gonna replay. Hey, what's good, Robin? We're basically just making settings. I'm basically just busting out things that I don't like doing. Like, I don't like making aim routines because I'm basically just like working. Because I'm basically just like it's like coaching but not getting to talk to someone, which in my opinion is kind of boring, which is why I do it on stream. I like the best part of coaching people is getting to be on stream with it. All right, so I think my pink was too aggressive, and that was the first issue I had. So I think we should go down to a more of a ooh, I like that. Add a bit more perfect. Now for this blue, let's do a bit of a green. But let's take the red out of it. Ooh, that's looking way nicer. Let's make it a bit deeper. And for the secondary color, let's do the same thing. That was 135. This is 135. This is 135. Cool. Would you say what would you say is a good aim goal for someone who wants to play Radiant level in Valorant? Is there ever such a thing as good enough? Yes, there is. Allow me to introduce you to my dear friend Shotgun Cypher guy. He got Radiant on an Xbox controller. There is no minimum amount of aim. Any amount of aim is good enough to get Radiant in Valorant. The screen is too deep. It needs a bit of blue so it doesn't look like vomit. Let's say 40. Oh, okay. 62 looks nice. 62. Yeah, it's a bit cleaner, but I want to make it even cleaner. Uh, let's go 90. 87. Yep, that's perfect. That's much better Kovacs visuals than what I ran before. Bro hit Radiant rank 1 Radiant. He hit the highest rank in the world at one point with an Xbox controller. Dasnerth on Twitch if anyone wants to check him out. Yeah, I mean, aim training, a way to think about it, it's a way to work on, it's a way to accelerate things. It's a way to, if your mom bought you your first PC when you're 5 years old and you've been playing FPS games every day, 9 hours a day, from 5 years old to 25 years old, you're gonna have insane aim without ever picking up an aim trainer. That's a given. Um, and if you're somewhere between that and where you are, you're gonna have better aim. If you're very good at something like some kind of precise skill, like I guarantee a surgeon would be more able to make precise motions than your average aimer. Like someone who's practiced surgery for so long can make such precise finger movements. I guarantee they'd be a very skilled gamer and learn a lot faster. One day I will be your student. Prayers, glasses, 100. So, yes, I own many playlists. They call me Tyler the Creator because of how many playlists I make. Oh, something I found a bit weird. Metafy did this promotion with me. I don't, or they're doing it with everyone who like uses Metafy as a coach. I don't know what it is, but I think it's pretty funny. This link just takes you to Metafy. Oh, I don't want to show you guys my earnings. Um, Next month, bet dynamic and tracking. Yeah, I'm gonna make playlists and I guarantee there will be something that'll work with dynamic during this stream. So let's see. Let's just start with my least recent session was with a guy called Paradox that I still haven't made a routine for, as far as I'm understanding. Let's go to his DMs. Paradox. Alright, cool. I haven't made this guy's routine yet. Are you sending us I mean, yeah, I can put them in chat if anyone wants them. I thinking they'll be on screen, so you can really just grab them anytime you want. But yeah, sure. Can you make a low TT? I'm mostly working for Valorant players, so yeah, there will be like this week. So yeah, there will be mostly those. So let's go to Paradox's notes. January 1st Paradox notes. Um, okay, 30 minutes a day. Okay. Yep, I remember this guy. So now what I gotta do, and I gotta get used to making these right after the session. That's a flaw I have. New. What did I made a new playlist. Dang. So first thing I'm gonna work on, Paradox Smooth Dynamic. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give them a dynamic playlist for smooth dynamic micro adjustments, and I'm gonna give them relatively easy scenarios to do that in. Oh, of course. Ooh, who made this? Oh no. Oh, Huddled? No, Huddled's been inactive. Person just forgot. Yeah, they just forgot to put on their own thing for it. It's unfortunate. I'm gonna put in Passu. I'm gonna put in a bounce 180. It's 180. No, that doesn't achieve what I wanted to. Give me some other dynamic scenarios. Is there a smooth bot target click? Smooth bot cool TS Voltaic 3 click. Smooth bot click crit. Let's see how this one plays. Play. Does this play how I think it'll play? Uh, yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I like this. I'll put this on it too. Was there the easy version of this? No. Paradox smooth dynamic. So we're gonna do 3 of each of these. So the point of that playlist is just to kind of work on what's it called? Being smooth with your dynamic clicking. Basically, the student's gonna play it and get better at dynamic clicking smoothly. I'll get a read chat while I do this. The whole point of this is to not feel alone while I make these and bored. Can you DM me all the new playlists when I am not? Robin, I'm gonna be real with you. I would love for everyone to have access to all of these playlists. It's just there's so many hundreds of them. It's so hard to keep up updating that spreadsheet. I just can't keep up with it. I really, I mean, if I was gonna DM them to you, I'd just put them all in a Google Doc. I used to be able to keep up with, and then I fell behind, and now I'm just behind, and yeah. Do you think I can get good aim just from grinding the voltaic fundamentals? No, impossible. Uh, hey, should I play the WPV? Well, I mean, it's not impossible. You just wouldn't be good at aiming in any games. You'd have quote unquote good aim in some but just not in games. Is your coaching paid? Most of it is, but there's a little thing. I may be releasing 2 free sessions on Twitter very soon. Um, it basically all depends on whether or not I get the award for I stutter a lot, for most helpful Kovacs community member. All playlist spreadsheet. Yeah, I really want to keep that thing. You know what? Let's. And then I was gonna make. And then I was working on another spreadsheet, but I just. It's so hard to do it. And half the time, people don't even get anything out of the playlist because it's not like the playlists themselves are special. There's nothing special about a playlist. It's just a list of scenarios. What's special is how you play them, the instructions, and I don't want to type out an essay to every playlist I put on there. Just because I have no time. It's like at a certain point it just takes up so much time that it's like it's better to just educate people so they can identify their own weaknesses and make their own playlists. That's what I want. I want people to be able to make their own playlists. Like if I can teach someone to make their own playlists, then I would say I've done way more. Just wanted to say thanks, even after just like 4 days of doing the training you gave me. Oh yeah, I'm already starting to see some improvement. Highly recommend your train. Thank you very much. Thank you. That is a screenshot. I appreciate that. I might. You're already starting to see. So I really appreciate that. And keep up the work. You're only training I remember your session. You were only training a bit of the time of the day so you could scrim with your team most of the time, if I remember correctly. Yeah, so you'll perform better. You just gotta keep working at it, if that makes sense. How much does my coaching cost? Right now, one session, which is like a session and routine, is 65 US dollars. At which voltaic rank do you think people should buy coaching? I don't play their benchmarks. I don't really know much about their organization. I don't really associate with them, so I don't really base my coaching around their products. Or I guess that's not really a product. That's more of a promotion for voltaic. But like, I don't know any. I don't know. I mean, like, I did play them for a little while, so I do know roughly what the ranks equal in terms of skill. But I don't really think that has anything to do with when you need coaching. Um, if you're voltaic bronze and you've seen 20 videos and you have 20 new things you want to try, you have all these things you need to try, you feel like you know where your issues are, you're working on your issues, then that's great. You don't need a coach. If you're like the same thing, but you have 50, but you don't know what your issues are, then you probably do need a coach. It's not about whether or not your skill level's high enough to be coached. It's about whether or not you, but it's about whether or not you, what am I saying? It's about whether, lost my train of thought. Sorry, I just had my mom came. I was charging my mom's phone, so I had to give her her phone back. Sorry about that. I lost my train of thought. Where was I going with that? Oh yeah, coaching is about whether or not you're stuck on problems and need help working on your aim. It's got some economic factors like whether or not you can afford it. If you can't afford coaching, it's not the end of the. You can still get very good. Like it's just a little way for me to help you work through your issues. If you feel like that'd be beneficial to you, then hire me. If not, don't. And if you can't afford it, don't worry about it. I was wondering the whole time if you give instructions to change certain FOVs and certain people say that I don't think there's any popular scenarios that are needed for changing FOVs. I don't think that there are any huge scenarios that require changed FOVs other than RA wide flick on Pat TS 180, like whatever you want to call it, and maybe Zen TS. Other than those two, I don't really think there's much that require, and even Pat TS, you can get away with it. Yeah, Pat TS, I've been playing the RA benchmark, so I forget what the normal target switching ones are called. What are the ranks in Kovacs? Hold on, let me catch up on chat real quick. If I have the money, oh yeah, you're from Brazil. Yeah, that's the issue with coaching. It's like internationally, it's just like hard because it'd be cool if like international economic differences didn't exist because like I took an economics class on this and it's something I thought was kind of cool. For it was the only part of my economics class that I thought was cool because I guess because it directly affects me. This semester I took one. Its services were always seen like by economists as not being able to exchange internationally, and then in the past like 5, 10 years, like between Fiverr and Metafy and all that stuff, all of a sudden a service you can send it back and forth between countries. Yeah, it's just like unreasonable. Or not unreal. It's just kind of cool, but it also makes it harder for international business, or not harder, easier, but like it's annoying. What are Kovacs snipes? So get coaching if I'm stuck on a plateau. It doesn't have to be stuck on a plateau, just confused on what you need to work on. If your scores are going up, but you're not really sure what you want to do, what you want to focus on, like what you need to do, then you can come to me. If you whatever. My biggest goal for 2023 is probably to hit Voltaic Jade, then hit it. Do it. I mean, go for it. Are there any things to improve reaction time? Eat blueberries, sleep consistently, exercise, play reactive flicking and reactive tracking scenarios to get better at reacting, etc. Yeah, international economics are weird. I gotta go, but if anyone in the chat is considering buying, I highly recommend. Thank you very much. I appreciate the vouchers. Do you think coaching is worth it for beginners or beginners? I think you can get away with being a beginner. I think you should just go with content, personally. I think there's way too much out there for content to get away with not watching it. Um, and like it's just like there's no point because if you're a beginner, let's put it like this. If you're a beginner and you come to me, I'm gonna have to take the time I would spend on working on your specific issues and instead spend it on teaching you the basics, right? So if you're someone who I'd need to like fix your posture, fix your desk, fix your chair height, then all those things will take up time. And then all of a sudden, I have a rough idea what you need to work on, but our session's over and you could have got it all from YouTube. You feel like you kind of wasted some time. I feel like I wasted some time. You feel like you wasted some money. I feel like I didn't really get a fulfilling coaching session. I just gave away basic info. I feel like I wasted your money and it's just no one's happy. So if you're a beginner, like a true beginner, I'd strongly recommend trying to figure things out on your own. I finally hit Jade complete, still don't feel like a goat in Val. Should I start doing Val specific? Yeah, I mean, there's no massive reactive tracking scenarios, multiple target static clicking scenarios aren't going to make you that good at Val. The big, massive passive dynamic clicking scenarios, none of those things are going to make you good at Val. Some of them can, if you play them with the right technique, can lay a foundation to play scenarios that'll help you in Valorant, but they're not going to help you in Valorant overall. Refresh rate, it's just me, but is the stream reloading a whole lot? Um, I put it on ultra low latency so that I could actually engage in chat. Is that worse or better than what we were doing before? Is it my issue or it feels okay? Because I can change the latency. Engage, that's the right word, right? It feels okay. I have no loading. It's not loading for me. All good. No problem. All right, I'm trying to get this whole YouTube streaming thing down. It's a struggle. Have you gotten used to micro? That's good. That's good. Glad I helped you learn a grip. How did you manage? You are the only mod. I forget. I think we had one more mod back on Twitch, but that guy went MIA when I went MIA, and he never came back. You were. I stopped streaming. I start streaming again, and then you're back to being a mod immediately. Oh, you're back, Viola. Vilo. I think the problem with most content creators is that they only know the fundamentals. If you start off, you can learn the fundamental, but most uh let me think of it. Like fundamentals of aim training fundamental. Oh, I think I know what you mean. Yeah, there's a lot of videos out there that don't have a lot of information in them. There's a lot of videos out there that just shouldn't be out there. I'm just gonna say it. A lot of people make videos that just aren't good. Like waste of space aim training videos. There's a lot of content creators who want to ride on like hype. They make very bad aim training videos and just How do a lot of high ranked aim? How come a lot of them do? There's a lot more coaches out there than you'd think. Um, Teaching one, marketing is hard. A lot of them struggle with like I try to help people out with marketing, and for whatever reason, the people who are willing to put in thousands of hours into Kovacs aren't willing to put in like a few hours into aim training or into content creation. Like I've given so many Medify coaches, Valorant coaches, aim training coaches content help. I've like content coached them, and they just don't put the work into making content. Uh, it's just nothing I can really do about that. Uh, alright. Here's a playlist to work on the smooth, not dynamic. Here's one work on smoothness with tracking scenarios. Use them both. Use them both. Okay. 15 minutes long. Cycle through them. This is the right guy, right? Yeah, it is. 45 minutes yesterday. Yep, there we go. 15 minutes long. Cycle through them. 1 minute long. Play each one once. And then use them. I'm gonna open back up chat and re-engage with chat. Send the codes. Hold on a second. I gotta make these 22 and 23 minutes long. So 22 divided by 5 is 4 plus 2. Re-upload it. 23 minutes long. So 23 divided by 6 is just shy of 4. So all of these but one has 4 runs. That can't be right. That's right. Good luck. You got this. Alright, and for your VOD, good luck, you got this. This is a training plan, right? Yeah. Alright, re-engage with chat. Well, okay. Robin is my only mod. Yeah, most content creators don't know a lot about aim training. I love your content. I've never seen anyone doing this. There is nobody in Brazil talking about. Noted, this guy, noted, very smart guy. He knows a lot of things. He talks about a lot of things, but he doesn't do enough educational guides. If Noted gave everything he knows in educational guides, I would be out of a job. What does Trevor have to say? I'm gonna pull this to a second monitor so I don't open something weird on stream. Yo, I'm on stream right now. Let's play later. Um, how come? Oh yeah, how come a lot of high level? Yeah, a lot of high level players are coaches, and they don't later. Let's see. One trick B180 and milk it for content. No, I saw a guy one trick B182 and milk it for content. It was pretty funny. He actually got pretty good at it. He'd like go around to all the different B180s and set the world record in it. It was like 3 months ago. Oh, B180. Oh, that's Lunar Strain, of course. Lunar Strain, one trick in B180. Uh, I struggle with complete trying this. Struggle with coming completely to a stop when oh, like Valorant movement. Yeah, I have no idea how to help you. Any preferred technique when practicing? Try and make it so it's hard whatever you're trying to work on. Usually people who are playing Pokeball scenarios want to struggle with fast. Usually people making Pokeball scenarios want to struggle with hold on a second, let me think for a second. For Pokeball, usually like people want to work on their speed, so you usually want to try and push speed a bit and try and correct the errors that come out of that. Let's see. I saw a question, I don't see it now, but I saw one earlier. I don't answer about what my main game is, and I guess I don't really have one. I don't really. I know it's gonna sound weird, but I honestly don't play many games nowadays. I play like AimLab Revosect benchmarks on 24 centimeters on a SkyPad when I play games. A lot of times my game, quote unquote, is trying to figure out how to get views on YouTube. These will all work on your smoothness. You I made your playlist short, very short, because that's how long you would aim train in the past you'd told me you would aim train for 2 days, 2 hours each day. And then you'd go like a week without aim training, then a week aim train, and it was just very haphazard. I need you to first get in the habit of it every day, and then we can start giving you a bunch more playlists, all right? I'm gonna take a break from Valorant and only play Overwatch, Apex, and Kovacs. Do you think it's a good I think it'll be good for your aim. I don't think it'll help you improve at Valorant. I switched off Roxel after using it for about 4 months, and I didn't feel any improvement even when aim training. And the second day off, I already said, yeah, that's weird about Roxel. I noticed a lot of improvement when I first started, and then not much after that. I recently hit Immortal, and I have a few hundred hours on Kovacs, but I don't play benchmarks and kind of do my own thing. What should I do to be more consistent to do for Kovacs? I want to play Kovacs more. Find some scenarios you enjoy that are also relevant to what you want to improve at, like Valorant, and just get in the zone and just start playing them. And find some goals you want to hit. Like make some within Kovacs goals that are tangible. They don't have to be benchmarks, they can be various things. But yeah, just do that. I have pathing and speed playlists. Are there any decent ones or videos you have made that are for a tracking playlist? I'm working on one. I don't really do the pathing and speed thing much anymore. I don't know. I feel like the speed one makes more sense, and in it you got to focus more on the pathing within the speed. It's weird. I've stopped splitting them up. I saw routines split them up, but I don't make routines like that anymore. I don't feel like they're yeah, just once you get to a few months of doing it every day, then we can add on time. You're only training for like 15, 20 minutes a day right now, and that's because I really want you to just focus on training every day. The biggest problem is give us tips that pros do that normal people don't. Ah, let's think. Of the pros I've worked with, what have they done that normal people do? Well, let's start with Zexro. What does Zexro do that normal people don't? Zexro is always in a panic about his sensitivity. Um, let's see. He is very much haphazard about that. He's relatively haphazard about his training. And yeah, Anima, what has Anima done that normal people haven't? Anima joined Aimers Infinity. Very skilled about that. He very consistent with his training. Very so I just say exactly what he does because it's more focused on what he doesn't do, what he does wrong than what he does well. Let's think who else. Noted, I guess you could call Noted a pro since he played multiple games as a professional player. Noted would just practice constantly, like insane amounts of practice on practice on practice when everyone else was like off streaming and vibing. Noted was practicing, and then he would do his streaming, which acted as even more practice. And then he would do his sleep. Noted would hold a very good sleep schedule. Like he's always in bed at like 9 p.m. He's very good sleep schedule, constant practice, constantly working at getting better. And that's why Noted's the GOAT. He played Valorant on 20 centimeters, destroying kids. My biggest problem is finding scenarios where's a good hub. I honestly also have that problem. There's not a lot of good places to find a lot of scenarios. I don't know. I guess you could join the RevoSec server. They have like aim lab tasks they give people, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, you can ignore static. Static's not important. I've been training for about a week now. 1 hour a day, aim labs, 5 to 7 DMs, but some training. I don't see any improvement. What do you think the reason could be? I think the reason could be that you've been going for a week now. Um, you've been working at something for a week. It's like I've been working out for a week now. I still am not Chris Hemsworth. I still am very fat. Why am I not in good shape? It doesn't make any sense. You got to do these things for years and years and years and years to get better at them. I've been lifting consistently since freshman year of high school. You got to constantly work at these things. I've been aim training for over almost 2 years now, or yeah, 18 months most days, but I don't think I'm consistent enough with it or dedicating enough time or attention. And I feel like that's why my aim isn't as good as other people who've been playing for as long as I have. Let's see. I've been snowboarding for a full decade of my life now. And also because I only started gaming really for COVID, and I only started PC gaming a bit after COVID, so I don't have the decade of experience on just mouse and keyboard games before starting aim training. Let's see what else. I've been snowboarding for 11 years now. Yeah, I'm 19, 11 years. So I have a lot of experience on a snowboard, and that's why I'm able to snowboard better than almost everyone I see on a mountain. You can't do something for 1 week and wonder why it hasn't helped you. It's not how things work. Go another week, go another 2 months. I say, go 2 months, go 4 months. The grind doesn't stop. And I mean, maybe it's possible that your aim training routine isn't great. I've had people tell me they've experienced progress in 5 days. Sometimes it's rare, but it happens. Maybe the issue's your aim training routine. And in that case, you can work to improve it. But I don't know what's wrong with it off of that comment. Tens used to change his sense a lot, and his aim was consistent. I don't know if he's still. So is muscle memory real, or is it really mouse control, which is why people. Both of those words are just overused and just screamed at people in arguments. Muscle memory, I don't know. I've become desensitized to that word. It doesn't even. Mouse control just makes me cringe because of how people use it. It's mouse control, I feel like has become a structure for people to kind of. I definitely see what they mean by it, but too many people use it as a way to be like, oh, well, I have good mouse control, so my aim training routine paid off. I just need to work on in-game factors. Like, they use it they use mouse control as an excuse for why some massive tracking scenario isn't helping them in Valorant, or why some scenario is good for some other thing, when in reality I feel like if you don't have a specific reason for why a scenario works, you can't just say mouse control and then throw it in a routine. It's not something you can do. It's just wrong. It doesn't make any sense. Both Voltaic and RA have sections. So yes, you can change your sense whenever you want. It doesn't matter. I change my sense probably 8 times a day when I play. If I were to play 8 hours in a day, which I have done a few times in my life, I probably would not stay. And aim trainers 8 hours a day. I probably would use at least 20 to 30 senses that day, or change my sense 20 to 30 times sometimes. Is the routine of Rob good for someone who starts playing with low TTK games? I was gonna open my DMs with Rob as a joke, but I'm not gonna open my DMs with Rob because they're very vile at the moment. The most recent messages are very interesting, so I'm not gonna do that and show and message Rob about his routine and ask him if it's good. But I'm gonna guess if Rob made it, Rob knows a lot of people. Rob's gonna probably make a good routine. To be honest, I think sensitivities don't matter that much. I accidentally have my DPI and didn't realize it and was playing 200 centimeters until I checked. You probably do better on 200 centimeters on some scenarios. Will you do a stream viewing subs playlist? What? Will you do a stream viewing subs playlist? Will you do a stream viewing subs playlists? I don't know what you mean by that. How did you learn aim training as good as you did? I found people who were better than me and I asked them what their opinions on specific things were. And then I'd find someone else who's better than me, ask them what their opinion on specific things are. Find someone who knows a lot of things, ask them what their opinion on specific things are. Find someone who has an idea, ask them where they got that idea from. Find someone who knows something scientific, ask them where they got their science from. Find someone who knows X, ask them where they learned it. Find some basically just trying to harvest experience from other people instead of getting my own. Um, my sense is 7 cm. What should I do? I'd probably go to like try 20 centimeters, try 30 centimeters, and see how it helps. I increase my sense a lot now because I have no mouse space. Was just scared I would have bad aim after getting higher sense again. Um, you'll probably have bad aim. If you have to increase your sense a lot, you'll probably have bad aim just because it'll be a harder sense, most likely. And then when you go back to your normal setup, you'll probably have much better aim because you just played on a harder sense. Do you think 6400 point I'm Valorant sense? Oh God. So that would be 8 square 8 times 800 is 6400, so 800 DPI, so 12 cents is 0.12 times 8 is 0.012 is wait, no, it's not. It's like that's like 0.1800. 0.01800. Oh wait, no, I didn't carry the one. I didn't carry. That's still low. Yeah, no, I did carry the one. That is low. I think. I don't know. Put in a centimeters per 360 calculator and tell me what it actually is in terms of actual units. Meatify. Meatify. Login. Any way I can know if the Aim Labs or Kovacs game is actually useful or not, since I know six shot is good, six shot is not. Well, I mean, what is six shot good for? What is shot supposed to be good for? Micro adjustment? Not really. Um, smooth flick. What do you need smooth flicking for? Are you trying to like die 100% of the time in Valorant? Or only get kills that you get through crosshair placement and micro adjustments? Seems like a bit of a scam to me. I mean, you can get it's a bit of a scam. Um, no, but seriously, six shot is like a very weird. It's just a six shot is just a simple one wall six target small scenario. One wall six TS. Don't bully my score. I don't want to get bullied today. Let's see. I'm on 20 centimeters right now, so I'm gonna sit up. Oh yeah, that's another thing I've been doing lately. I've been doing a 24 centimeter challenge, and I just see how good I can get on 24 centimeters. So let's see, six shot, six shot, six shot. What can you do? You you don't want to flick like this. You want your flicks to be fast and reflexive, right? You want to I can't flick right now because I haven't played all day. But the point is, if you're flicking like this, it takes you a full hour to get to the other guy. The other guy's just going to flick to you, kill you. You got to learn to flick faster, even with some inaccuracy. And yeah, you get the point. So, what I would recommend for training flicking is scenarios like reflex flick fair, where you get in there and you actually have time so that if you try to flick too smoothly, you won't get there in time. For micro adjusting, I tend to find people with two micro adjustment issues. One, you just don't have the precise control to make micro adjustments, in which case one of these two scenarios is probably good for you. Because it actually forces you to make the micro adjustments where they're close together, right? And then another good scenario would be, and then there's also the issue where people cannot stop their mouse, where you just need a scenario like this one. I don't know if I've even played this in a while. No, I haven't. Point is where you flick fast and then you got to stop your mouse, right? And I can't flick on a sky pad on 24 centimeters right now, so don't judge me. but you get the point. Like you flick and then you work on because a lot of people have an issue where they flick, then they shake, and then they adjust, right? Flick, shake, adjust. And that has nothing to do with the lack of precise control, even though they look the same. They're not the same, so you got to get better at that. Yeah, you get the point. Stick shot helped me a bit. It'll help you with like maybe basic technique and starting out. It won't help you with much. Message retract. I'm not trying to make you feel bad though. It's a very common misconception. You can get over, and it's just you're saying that right now. I feel like my aim lab routine is probably completely useless. Might be. Um, I mean, it's not completely useless. It's just not the best way to learn the things you want to learn. Like you can still get something out of it. Um, I played a lot of. You can. There's better ways to learn what you want to learn. TAF is probably the best set of. I do like the target acquisition flicks. Those are fun. There's a lot of them too. There's so many of them. There's hundred. Watch online. Target acquisition flick 66. TAF 70. So there's a total of over 100 TAF scenarios. Hey, Atlas Prodder, I didn't play for a day, and when I got back, my wrist shakes and I'm having some wrist pain. Mm. See a doctor if you're in a country where you can pay for, where you don't have to pay for it. If not, look up Bob and Brad, the two most famous physical therapists on the internet, and look for wrist stretches. I've always thought you were supposed to continue to press mouse one for both. You are. You are. That's kind of the point. That's why they're able to like work on stopping power and speed because you can't really I don't know. The focus on clicks just slows people down too much versus the Pokeball. And it doesn't make you stop as long, so you don't have to even use stopping power in a flicking scenario or a clicking scenario. I started creating custom tasks in AimLab because I'm not too sure. That's pretty cool. Nice. Good for you. Good skill to learn. Yeah, sure. Can you just like DM it to me? It's a lot easier. Yeah, I don't see anything wrong. Yeah, sure. Do it. I didn't. Yeah, please look into your wrist and don't play until the pain goes away. See you, Robin. How much is a coaching session? 65 US dollars. Because I'd probably lower the price if I didn't hate making playlists so much. Kerr. What's this guy's Discord? The playlist creation is an important part. Prescient. So let's see. Prescient is probably Pre. Prescient. Yup, got it. Okay, right. This is the guy I'm making a 30-minute warm up for and 90 minutes playlist. This guy, right? This guy is actually. This routine is actually for the guy who is tomorrow's video. That's a lot of money I don't have. Yeah, if the thing is, I get that it's expensive, but there's just so many people who will pay it. I don't know why. So I just it's just a supply and demand thing. It's just a supply and demand thing. Like I'm backed up a lot. I don't have any trouble filling sessions. I don't know why, but there's just so many people who just finished their fourth year of a CS job and are now making insane amounts of money with basically just need to pay their rent that I can do this. Hello. 2x 6 shot. Let's launch up Aimlab and look at what this guy's routine is. So let's see. We start out with 2x 6 shot. I want to get this crisper off my Aimlab screen. So 6 shot. I've played this thing like twice in the past year, so I have no idea what my score on it is. Yeah, pretty bad. When I started out, my 6 shot score was 17,000, which I think is very bad. And I managed to get to where I'm at right now. Yeah, I'm sorry that it's annoying that. So do three. Okay, so 2x6 shot. So this is just 1 while 6 target small. We just went over why this is not ideal, but the best way to play this would just be to do like follow the Matty Overwatch static guide, flick, adjust. I'm playing on like 2 inches of mouse space right now, so I can't really aim, but you get the point. Flick, adjust, flick, adjust, flick, adjust, flick, adjust. Not smooth draw line, aim lab, line trace. Flick, adjust, flick, adjust, flick, adjust. That would be the best way to play that for Valorant. And even then, there's scenarios that do everything it trains and more and better. Sniper shot precision. Oh, wait, because I put in the 1x, that's why. Precision. Sniper shot precision. Maybe because it's in parentheses. Sniper. Okay, there we go. Play now. Let's check out sniper shot precision. What are you, sniper shot precision? It's just this definitely does work on target reading for moving targets, which is cool. Because you see, I gotta like kind of read this and intercept it. It's a small micro scenario because they're all close together, so it's not the. Oh, and they get smaller, so that's pretty cool. Oh, does it scale to how well I do? If I like start whiffing, will it make bigger targets? Oh, yeah, it's pretty cool. But then if I start hitting them again, they get smaller. Oh yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that feature. And then if I whiff a bunch, they get bigger. I like that feature. But no, I would not personally say that's it's not a terrible scenario, honestly. It's kind of fun. VCT Latam King. I've definitely played this before. I don't remember what it was though, so we're gonna play it again. Uh oh, just 1 while 6 targets TE horizontalish. Same thing with 1 while 6 targets small, honestly. Or 6 shot, whatever it's called. EME. Scream. I think I've played this, but I've played this one. Oh, this one is cool. Yeah, this one randomized dynamic like a counter strafing enemy. As long as you aim for the heads, this is a very good scenario. Very good dynamic clicking, very good for training, like smoothly landing on target, for reacting to directional changes, for reading this kind of bot. Very good scenario. Probably one of, I think in the whole VCT series, I think I reviewed it at one point just on my own. I don't really remember what it was, but I very much like it. Tens. I think I remember hating this one. VCT NA tens. Oh, this one was fun. This one was like pressure aiming. This is cool for learning fast micro adjustments. I'd say this is a pretty good scenario. Yeah, I like this. Yuki aim mask clip. Yucky aim mask clip. How do you say that? Is it Yucky aim mass? I'll just search up Yucky aim. They probably only have like two. Yup, they only have like two scenarios. Uh, no, no, no. They're so big. If they were 60% smaller, maybe, but no, no. Uh, spider shot. Spider shot 180. Uh, I'm just screwing around laying down in my chair right now. Uh, oh, do you guys like my aim-lapse guy? I like it. Yeah, this one I don't really. I don't know, man. I don't think this is I guess it does its benefit is that you have to react to that. Its benefit is that you do have to react and flick and does points target points decrease over time, so look at that. Okay, so it disappears after a certain amount of time and then if I actually get it fast. Yeah, it seems like you get a different amount of points for how fast you click it. So yeah, I'd say that's a cool enough scenario. Um Wall peak intermediate. Wall peak int. Oh, this is nice. These bots move well. I like this. Yeah, these bots move really well. Works on your dynamic. Works on all that stuff. Good scenario. Allows you to learn to be smooth with your dynamic. Wall peak expert. I'm just gonna say that's probably the same thing, right? No, these ones shoot back at you. So it becomes a strafing scenario. I don't really know if you need to do that if you're trying to train for Valorant. Um, I guess it could help. The rockets are definitely a touch strafing around them. You don't really, I can't really think of any point in Valorant other than like a couple nades or stuff where I've actually had to strafe around things, but I'm not an expert in the game, so maybe it's more common. I guess it does remind you to counter strafe, but like, I don't even know. I don't even think this was made before because I remember playing this a while ago, and Bardos didn't have the aim labs friction scaled in it, so this is not Valorant physics. This is instant acceleration, so it's nothing close to Valorant physics. So there's no real point in practicing your movement in this scenario, or this, I mean, a point to, but it's not as good as other things for practicing your movement. So I wouldn't say it's the best scenario, to be honest with you. Um, and then 3 to 5 DMs after about 400 bots in training. So yeah, that's my thoughts on your routine. All right, let's see what chat has to say about that. Yes, I want to quit AimLab. Please let me quit. Thank you. Uh, why did this close? Because I closed AimLab. Does AimLab use my microphone? That is weird. Bardos, why do you need my microphone, my son? Uh, oh, that's good. Hello, Porter, can you tell me what to do in the beginning in aim training? Just like beginning of your whole career or beginning of the day? Oh wait, we got more messages to read. Okay. You think React? Yeah, they're kind of helpful. I used to think they were. I used to overrate them. Now I don't know. It's hard to say exactly how much they apply to flicking. It's hard to say. My arm always burn out when I aim a lot. Don't tire out your arm too much. You don't want to get an injury. Do you have a routine for getting better with crosshair play? It's you literally just place your crosshair. It's not that hard. It's not that hard mechanically. It's more of a I mean, it's like do you I don't have a routine for game sense now. If I have to move my hand way I have to move my hand way more, that's fine. Yeah, just rest your arm. Don't burn it out. No, I mean you aim a lot more in a name trainer than a game, so it makes sense that only tires out of name trainers. Um, why do people keep deleting messages? It's weird. You might be tensing yourself too much. I mean, still, what's the point of that? Just play a scenario where they're all smaller, even if they do get smaller. Uh, what are some of the best three? Give me your best three. there's no. It's start with your issue. Think about what you want to fix. Think about why you missed a shot, and then find a routine to not do it. You just don't tighten your hand as much. I'm actually gonna work on a name training on a warm up routine in a second, so I'll put this in chat. Do you have a routine for getting better with crosshair placement? No. Oh, wait, I already read that. I think you said he was immortal too. Yeah, immortal too. All right, so let's do create online. New. Oh, I had a screenshot on accident. Nice. New. Reci. Prescient training. So we'll make this guy a training playlist first. So what do I want in this? CFSI. No. Close, fast, strafes, easy, invincible, invincible, close, long, strafes, invincible. I'll give him thin invincible. Make him softer. Some static, okay. You can use static for Valorant for specific reasons. Just small static, small target switching. So wide wall, 3 targets. Pokeball, Pokeball. Oh, this is the small version. And then this is the extra small version. Ah, well, the extra small version is too small. Raw mouse control clicking. 3. Uh, WPV 5 sphere. Easy. Oh, let's check chat real quick. Yo, I love your video. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Crosshair placement is all games. Let's just play DMs and yeah. Suggestions for a warm-up only routine on days where I do more in-game practice. Uh, yeah, shorten your normal routine. Usually warm-ups you want to focus mostly on getting your hand moving fast, getting blood flowing and all that stuff. But you can just shorten your normal routine. That is an option. How you can get good at fast tracking. Um, improve at fast tracking by just practicing it, focusing on target reading, focusing on smoothness. I suck at react track. What's the best routine for that? Track reactively? That's rude. Um, what's the best routine? I wouldn't say there's a best routine. It's just find something that fits your skill level well. I really like the Aim Beast Bill and reactive tracking benchmarks. I feel like those do a really good job for reactive tracking. But overall, I wouldn't say there's a best reactive tracking routine. I'm gonna go sleep soon. Good luck. Have fun. Good night. Love you. I think there's a methodical crosshair placements are better in general. How come you never made a video covering trail? I swear I've made it many times. I've made it before. Hold on. Hold on. Don't give me this cap. Don't give me this. No, that was an edge tracking video I'm thinking of. I don't know if I have made a trailing video. Um, let's see. Let's go over all my video. Promo, muscle memory, mouse grip, bolo, sense, sense, flicking, micro adjustments, Valorant VOD review, random weird study, muscle memory, weird task I found an aim lab that I liked, physical mechanics, Peaker's advantage, pointless video, clickbait. I think this was just eat blueberries or something. No, it was drink water. I don't remember. Um, Clickbait. Not really clickbait, just waste of a video. Uh, built basic guide of a feature. How you can aim significantly more clickbait. How you can clutch more in tech clickbait. Stupid thing to get a Splitgate achieve role in a Discord server they never gave me. Reactive tracking helps flicking. Idea, I'm not sure if I still agree with this, so mid video. Waste of a video. Um, this was when I went on a game sense tutorial arc. I made like 3 videos. Never know why I did it. Um, it was all basic stuff. Fastest way to get good aim in any tech FPS. I think this was just mentioning aim trainers exist. Very bad video. Change your sense and get good. Repetitive video. Fix shaky aim. Below mid video. How to aim better, lock onto targets. I believe that was just an eye placement video. Uh, Change your sense might feel worse. How you can aim like waste the video. Forgot I made this terrible video. Um, Terrible video. Not terrible video. Yeah, terrible video. Mid video. Probably my first mid video. Terrible video. Worst video I've ever made. By far my worst video. Uh, I still like this. I'm gonna say this is all right. Not mid, not worth a video, but good enough information. Movement training. I like this. I like this idea. It's not like the best thing, but it's not the worst thing. I like this idea. Not static. This corrects this video. This video is an apology for this video. This is a good video. It's not a great video. It has a lot of errors, but it's an okay video. Um, Terrible video. Mid video. I was really proud of this one and it flopped. Alright, video. I really worked hard on that thumbnail, but no. This is my worst video. This is terrible video. Alright. Eh. Oh, this was a decent video. I like this one. But it wasn't good information. It was just arguing this is what the president. This one is just promoting a product for Amazon affiliate link, so I didn't lose my affiliate link and because I like the product. Alright, video. I feel like it lacks depth. Lacks a lot of depth. Flick instantly faster. Uh, uh, I don't really remember those well. Mouse Excel? It's been 11 months since I first tried Mouse Excel. That's unbelievable. Um, yeah, this was a video. I don't think it was a good video. It was just needed some content, put something out. Fastest way to improve your aim. These videos were all not great. I was rushing to make videos too much. Yeah, this is when I found a thumbnail format that I just stuck with, and I don't like. Yeah, I don't think I did make a trailing video looking through these. This was a follow-up to this video with no new information. Most of these videos are pretty bad, honestly, in hindsight. I kind of like this one. This one was okay. They bailed on each other too much. This one was not worth the upload. Uh, Not worth the upload. Kind of worth the upload. Good video. Not good video, but all right. Uh, I kind of like this. I mean, most of these are pretty basic. Oh, this one was fun to make, I guess. But it was just summarizing a podcast. This one was. This has 80,000 views. What? This was an alright video, honestly. This was a summary of the inner game of tennis, but it was alright. Um, man, these videos did good. I wish my channel was still doing this good. That'd be crazy. Right now we're doing way worse. And it's not just the time scale. It's videos used to get way more views on launch. I know that. Raid Shadow Legends promo. The Raid Shadow. No, it didn't. I was on the fall off ever since I ran out of ideas. This was my last good performance video. No, he doesn't still use Roxel. Um, no one's. I don't even still use Roxel. No one uses Roxel. I mean, some people do. Very few people do. It was fun for a bit, but no. Aim more consistently. And then this is when I hired. Oh wow, this is when I hired my current editor. The thumbnails with the borders are all him. Yeah, my videos are getting very basic nowadays. But I got a few good videos planned out that are gonna. Bro, you babbled for 20 minutes. Oh, might be. Hold up. Dashboard. How many subscribers did I gain today? Subscribers today. Not money actually. Money actually. All right, back to the stream. No more distractions. Back to reading. Chats. Sorry, I got sidetracked. I got nostalgic. Ah, geez, where did I leave off? A lot of chats since I last talked to you. What is going on? Why do people keep retracting messages? Is that something the computer does, or is that something that people do? Okay, so we're not this far back. Trailing. I guess I could make it. I have coaching videos on trailing, I believe, right? I don't know. It's a very important issue that you gotta work on. Suggestions for warm. So I already read that. There we were. Yeah, I don't know why I made a video on trailing. Is relaxed mouse grip better? Yeah, you don't want to hold your mouse too tightly. Do you have any specific scenarios to train mouse drift? Mouse drift. I don't even remember what that is. I heard about that years ago and I don't remember what it is. 3:30 for me, time to head to bed. Alright, I'll see you, man. Kind of small. What is trailing? Just following targets and not speeding up onto them. Um, well, you see, I'm gonna put some on unlisted, or not even unlisted, but I'm gonna make some of public. But as of right now, previous live streams are a perk for channel members because my content doesn't get the views that it used to get, and I want to be able to pay my editor more so we can make more videos more frequently so I can get more views. But to do that, I need money. So I set up a channel membership system, and one of the main perks is unlimited access to previous live streams. And then there's another channel membership that has some access to some live streams. Does Zexro still use Roxel? No. Any tips on how to stop over flicking? Just don't do it. Just train it. But it'll happen some of the time if you're pacing yourself right. Because if it never happens, then I mean you're just going too slow and being too passive. Is aim or movement more important? Yeah, so become a channel member if you want unlimited access to all live streams. Why don't you put your live streams on the I've read that 5 times, I'm sorry. Um, if target is moving or in your yeah. Is aim or movement more important in your opinion? I don't know. Depends on the game, depends on what you're doing. Okay, I didn't know about that membership thing. No worries, no worries. It's just I like giving away information for free. I really do. Like, don't get me wrong. It's just I'm trying to find I just also want to make a perk for channel memberships and like oh, we got an AimLab playlist from a guy who I coached yesterday. Someone made him a playlist. Open AimLab links. So we're gonna open AimLab and see if this guy's playlist is good because I coached him yesterday. Yeah, no, it's just I get that's a bit expensive, but I feel like it's kind of cool. Yeah, sure. Mini off. Is that Mini's actual account? No, Mini's account is Mini God, so that's not the Mini. What do members get? Memberships, channel memberships like Rob FPS here, great channel member, get access to this limited edition Discord VC. And did Rob already get rid of it? Is Rob not a member anymore? Hold up. Why is it not showing Rob on the side with the members? Hold on. That is Mini's account? Oh, because I have Mini as a friend on VT Minigod account. No, 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 not this account. Not this account. The Mini off. Are they both Mini's account? Wait, is this just his is this just his tech FPS playlist? Uh why is it not showing Rob as a member? What? Why are my member roles not being displayed separately? YouTube. Hold up. Membership tech support channel optimization. Oh, because Rob's offline, that's why. Yeah. Just become a channel member and you will get yeah, back to what I was saying. You get access to this limited edition Discord channel. You get access to limited edition members only content, aka previous live streams, which is currently roughly, come on, reload, 15 hours of content or so, 16 hours of content and constantly growing. You get access to, um, you get to request questions for interviews and, oh yeah, and if you're in the higher membership tier, well, most of those things are for the higher membership tier, but the higher membership tier gets entered into a coaching raffle. You get one member gets free coaching. Oh, Nash is in chat, so I don't actually have to type up his DMs. Uh, okay, so this is Mini. I usually trust anything Mini says, like as probably good information. If Cartoon made this, I wouldn't even review it. I'd know it's good information. But let's look at what Mini made. Mini usually makes good things. Um, yeah, this is good. It's a good scenario. That's a good scenario. Valorant Micro Switch. Yeah, it's a pretty cool scenario. Valorant Micro Pressure. I like how that sounds, but I don't know if I'll like it. Yes, I love this. This is actually probably one of my favorite aim lab scenarios now. Thank you for showing me this. Valorant two-shot pressure. Same thing. They're pretty... Okay, they'll always spawn that space. I think it could be faster. This is too easy. I'm playing on 24 centimeters, leaning back in my chair, getting almost all of them. Oh, now they're catching up. Oh, does it get faster as you do better? Okay. Okay, yeah, that's a pretty cool scenario. I like that. I think it should get a bit fat. I don't know. I like it. Cartoon blank. Cartoon sphere. Oh my, this is a reference to a meme, I think. Yeah, this is a reference to a meme scenario I made. That's funny. Yeah, I like this scenario. I like this scenario a lot. Valorant reflex flick. Uh, it's not really much of a is it really a reflex? Oh yeah, it is. Um, yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that. I like that. Amare cartoon reflex flick. Not, it's not, yeah. I feel like the scenario is designed to prioritize both technique and reacting at the same time, which makes it a weird scenario, whether it's technique or I don't know. Uh, yeah, that's pretty cool. I think it could be done more effectively because you do have a lot of downtime sitting on the bot, but it's a cool scenario. What is this? Just a reflex flick vibrate. This one's all right, but I feel like the vibrate could get in the way of good feedback. Like, did I click too late? Did it vibrate? Was I off center? I don't think that's the best scenario because it can give inconsistent feedback, but it's all right. This is just fast, like kind of micro. That's a cool scenario. I wouldn't personally put it on a routine, but it's a nice filler scenario. This one's pretty cool. Yeah, fast reflex flick. Yeah, pretty cool. Uh, what's this? Just kind of a pressure aiming, but not really. Um, do you take damage in this? I'm lying down in my chair right now. I don't know. I feel like it's a cool scenario, I guess. Oh, and that's the end of the playlist. Yeah, it's a cool playlist. It's not really I wouldn't say it's a complete playlist for Valorant, but it's cool. So it's a very mini God playlist. Like it's very static heavy. Uh hi Canon. Uh he made Valorant micro pressure for me. I wouldn't say it's what are some I wonder what some of the good aim lab playlists. That's a pretty good aim lab playlist. It's not the best for Valorant. What is my Voltaic rank for the last time, guys? I'm not in the Voltaic server. I don't play Voltaic benchmarks. I don't I don't know. I don't know what the Voltaic Valorant playlists are. I don't know. I don't know these things. I don't use their stuff. I don't know. If I remember, I haven't seen them in years, or probably 8 months. I looked at them. They weren't great when I saw them. They might have revised them since. You think it's, I don't know. Do you think it's better to smooth tracker microflick on a counter strafing enemy? It should be a it should be a smooth micro adjustment. It's complicated. It's not a true hard flick at a small angle, and it's not a smooth staying on them. It's like you're intercepting them. You're not trying to stay on their head for a prolonged period of time, but at the same time, um, you don't. Valorant's try this, Valorant. I will, but I want to first make people like your aim routines so that I can send people their aim routines so they can play their aim routines. Um, I'll probably replay that playlist you sent me off stream, honestly, and just like grind it. So yeah, I have to get back to this. Um, what's the best playlist for Valorant I've ever tried? I've never tried a Valorant playlist that I didn't have a serious issue with, and I don't know what the serious issues balance each other out. I made a whole Valorant project of a bunch of playlists that you could check out my video on that. I think that was pretty cool, and I don't know. I think Let's see. Do you think it's better to smooth track? Could you send me the playlist? What playlist? Oh, Nash. Okay. Uh, what is the best playlist for Valorant? I don't really think. I think two different people will be at two different skill levels. Will have two completely different best playlists for Valorant. It won't just be difficulty scaled. It'll be issue scaled. It'll be everything scaled. There is no one best playlist for everyone's Valorant because everyone has different issues. Is there a reason you don't use Voltaic? I don't want to get into it on stream. Um, you got some Discord servers. There are plenty of aimlab playlists for general. Yes. Not general aim training. I don't think anyone's ever pulled off general aim training playlist. I don't think anyone has ever done that. Um, it's really hard to pull off a general aim training playlist because you gotta say that this aim routine will cover all the different situations you could face in an FPS game. Not all, but all the different skills you would need in an FPS game, like basic skills. And I don't think anyone has succeeded at that yet. Because I think a lot of people, they always miss something. Like a lot of reactive tracking playlists, or a lot of them have reactive tracking that's too slow, too easy, too small, too easy to read. So you're not really struggling with that. Tracking someone with an Apex where they're going back, forth, you can't keep up, your eyes can't keep up with them. You're never training for that scenario. Any advice for someone who overthinks to the point where read the inner game of tennis? How can I get aim coached? Medify. Go to Medify and hire me as an aim coach. I would not count on. Ever since Daznarth got Radiant 1 on an Xbox controller, I would never count on your aim holding you back from ranking up in Valorant. Do I think I think Do you think Loris could be better than Maddie if he tried? I personally don't know Loris well. I would like to know him, but he doesn't like me very much because he really doesn't know me. Loris doesn't like me very much because he released TAC FPS benchmarks that I didn't really agree with. As I said, I haven't found any Valorant playlists, including my own. I think my own are probably closer than anything I've seen. But again, even my own, I have a lot of issues with. I'm very critical of things. So I gave my critiques on Loris's benchmarks before he even knew who I was, which resulted in him not really liking me very much. So I don't know him well, right? So I can't say much about what he does for training, how much he tries, but I can say he was good and now he's not. But like, would he be better than Maddie if he tried? I think there's a lot of people who could be better than Maddie if he tried. Mini made that for your issues. Nash. Uh, yeah, that would cover the first playlist I was gonna make for you. But there's another playlist I wanted to make for you, Nash. That would be. I have another playlist that would cover the first playlist I'm gonna make for you. But there's a second. If you want to use that, go for it. I'll probably make you something as well, but honestly, it probably won't be as good as that because that's got a lot of scenario diversity in it. That's a really good playlist. Um, but the second one I'll make for you will have like some other stuff for like moving targets that'll help you. Uh, do I think Loris could be better than Maddie if he tried? But getting back to the topic, just answering the question, I think a lot of people could be better than Maddie if they tried. I think a lot of people could be very good if they tried, and a lot of people don't try or don't try enough. I think it's really. I think a lot of people could be better than Maddie if they tried. Um, what were Nash's issues? Nash was just very bad at moving his mouse, making small motions with his mouse. Um, I think Loris could be. I mean, any one can be very good. I don't know. The question is how much do you have to try before it's just not reasonable? Like, can anyone devote their no one can devote their life to aim training, but if someone did it, just about anyone would be better than Maddie. If you took from the age of 15 to 25, just devoted your life to aim training, you'd be significantly better than where Maddie is right now. But who's got that kind of time? It's not worth it at a certain point. It's a pastime, it's fun, but like 10 years of your life constantly nonstop, like I don't think anyone's gonna put that kind of time into aim training. Like it's just like certain point, like I don't know. I don't know. It's fun, but it's like why couldn't it's that's I don't know. All right, back to this guy's playlist. Pression, some small static, some OCH and pure G val horizontal. Okay. OCH OCH click. Headshot 30% smaller, far no bodies. Pure G val Loren. Horizontal valor clicking small. All right, so now what I gotta do, let's see, he wants this playlist to last 90 minutes. So, it's not gonna have, how many scenarios are in this right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17 scenarios across 90 minutes is an average of 5 reps per scenario. I want to do better than that. Let's give mm, I like this scenario selection though, so I'm gonna go with it anyway. All right, let's make this take up the first 20 minutes. Seems like a good amount of time for tracking. That's usually what these people need. And then this will take half an hour, so 6 of each of these. That'll leave me 40 minutes for the static. Yeah, that's good. For the static stuff, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 scenarios across 40 minutes means 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. No, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. That is a 90-minute playlist. Long playlists are hard. I like Minnie's playlist. Minnie usually makes very good playlists. I think he very much focuses on static stuff, but he makes very good playlists. I think I spelled this guy's name a different way every time I spell it. Prescient. Zen, Target, Switch. Zen Target so small. Vox, TS. I'll take this goes Marion. I'll take Mini. Raw mouse control. Clicking 3, extra small. Why do you think some of the best aimers like Bardos have come from CSGO where it is normally considered a low one? Bardos is definitely not one of the best aimers. And I say this as someone who has played on a Valorant account called Bardos Sim for over a year now. He is a static OTP, first of all, one trick pony. He only performs high level and static. Second of all, he only performs high level and static. Um, which is really actually the main reason. And also, he's kind of fallen off. He doesn't even compare to someone like Europe nowadays. He doesn't compare to the top aimers I mean, he does compare, but he's not as good as the top aimers of today because he has a job, he works, he doesn't really aim train anymore. So he's a former. He's not as good as he was compared to the community back in the day. And also, he was never an elite tracker. So I would not give him best aimer. Also, why do you think he still had to put in the aim training work? He couldn't just quit CSGO and then become an elite aimer. He had to aim train. And there's still a not aim intensive game. There's people who practice aim a lot in non aim intensive games. And CS, what CS has for aim, a lot of it is what he performed well in. Yeah, 17 viewers. This isn't really an entertaining stream. I'm sorry. Is it possible to get a better reaction time? Yeah, easily. I've dropped mine by 30 milliseconds since I started aim training, and probably even more. I haven't tested it in a little while. Why do you think? And also, a lot of very good people and other things just haven't come from. You gotta actually aim train. I mean, it's not like they're coming from this game and then all of a sudden, like, that's where their skill comes. No, your skill comes from the aim trainer. That's the whole point. You practice in the aim trainer to become good at the aim trainer. Like, you can't just spawn in with skill. I wonder if I should think about my mindset when I'm playing in game since I could get a bit confused trying to find my best mindset. Trying to find my. Read the inner game of tennis. In game, I use palm claw, but not gaming. I kind of use a relax fingertip. Should I use the palm claw every. No. No. Ugh. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Don't think about how you grip your mouse. That's too much effort. Mini has so many hours in aimbots, it's absurd. It's absurd how much that man played aimbots before playing aim trainers. He has 1K hours in aim lab, and he's got a decent bit of Kovacs hours, I believe, before he started playing aim lab. Before aim lab partnered him, and Voltaic partnered aim lab. Like, he had some Kovacs hours that probably don't get discussed too much due to checks being paid. No offense, Manny, but yeah. I got the Aim Lab Stream Sniper title from beating Mini in a 1v1. I put him in a fast, like UFO type scenario that was so bad that he just walked away from his PC in the first 5 seconds and just came back when the run was over, and I have the Stream Sniper title. Let's see. What else do I want in this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 across 30 minutes is an average of 4 plus 2. Uh, fresh. Perfect. Yo, what's good, Dre? Is that the real Dr. Dre? Dr. Dre. W. W editor. This is a W editor. Who's that I want to go to? Hello, I'm watching your current stream and I'd just like to thank you for all your content. It has helped me immensely with my car name journey. Thank you. I really appreciate everything that you have done that I've learned. Oh, really? Thank you, thank you. Um, let's. I accepted that. Yeah. I always get scared when I click accept because it looks like I rejected it for a second. Uh, I'm currently immortal to 220 hours of Kovacs using all the knowledge. I have my own playlist tailored to what I feel helps me the most that I have edited. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. Editing, thinking for yourself. I like that. After seeing a few playlists, would you be? Yeah, sure. Uh, I'll probably not do a bunch more of these though because I do also have to do other things. Smooth your wrist easy. I felt like bad wrist pains after playing that for a couple days. Worse than I've felt in anything else. Close, long strafes, very fun scenario. Very fun scenario. Um, then Gauntlet. All right, this is if you feel like that you shake like I was just shaking because I'm like not I'm like my body is like a pretzel right now. If you feel like you're shaking like that, then you can play the scenario. I find it hard to believe someone would benefit from Thin Gauntlet and this, but I guess you could. Yeah, I guess you could. Consecutive tracking, interesting scenario. For this one, you always want to make sure. Here, I'll just show you. I won't. Just make sure that like you finish this bot and then you flick into the next one, right? And you try and like use it as a flicking scenario. Control sphere. Yeah, I like the scenario. Extra control sphere. Nice. Extra control sphere mid range. Pretty cool. I think we're definitely getting a bit on the heavier side with the tracking. A lot of tracking for a Valorant playlist so far. I guess if you're because tracking comes into play in a few ways in Valorant, but the main ones are like working on the dynamic micro adjustments and only part of the dynamic micro adjustments. And yeah, so definitely want to see some flicking or dynamic clicking soon. Yeah, I feel like you need some dynamic clicking, or this might be a bit heavy on the tracking, though all these scenarios are fun and helpful for Valorant. In a 30-minute playlist, you might be getting a bit intense. Okay, this scenario might be a bit too small to the point where you're practicing at a pace that you would never go in Valorant. I don't know, but I tend to stay away from playlists that small, from scenarios that small nowadays. Same with this one. I haven't played this one in a while. I haven't recommended it in a while. It's just like there's never a point where targets are this small or even close to this small. So it becomes like almost like you're training a completely different skill than what you'd actually use in game. Raw mouse control react to. Let's see this. I don't even know. Oh, I really I didn't know this existed, but I really like this. That's actually really cool. Ed's ROM, you made the same thing, but a bit smaller and a bit slower. That's pretty cool. Ed's nice. Your scenario. I like tweaking your own scenarios. That's very cool. This is a really cool scenario. I like this. I really like how you have a lot of reflexive stuff in here. Um, yeah, this again. I feel like these are a bit small. I used to advocate for this size, but I don't really anymore. Tiny Valorant horizontal reflex. It just feels like when you play scenarios like this, you're pacing yourself so much slower than you do in Valorant. It just becomes, yeah, that's why I don't, that's one of the main issues with my precise sections on my Valorant playlist. If that's, it's just, I wouldn't, this is, yeah, this is, I used to recommend these. I don't anymore. I wouldn't go this small. It's usually excessive. This is a cool playlist. It's a cool scenario. I guess it could help spice up the one by one. Uh, all right. All right. All right. These are cool for micros. I feel like they're a bit spaced out for micros, but they are pretty cool for micros. Same with this. Yeah, they're all right. I'm honestly even closer. Like if you could get one that's like within this box or even within one of these boxes, that'd be a cool micro scenario. But these are also cool. Um, because a lot of your micros will take place. Bean TS or Bean Click. Yeah, this is a cool scenario. Helps really focus on target reading with this one. Also, they get stuck a lot in Bean Clicks, which makes it harder to focus on smoothness, target reading, and all that fun stuff. So I wouldn't say this is the best dynamic scenario just because they get stuck. Like a floating heads might be better. Um, cool scenario, wide angle flicks. I'd probably do a TS version instead so you can focus a bit more on accelerating more and stopping versus like this you don't have to stop for each bot and you might like try and be a bit smoother, more precise just because it's clicking. That's what a lot of people tend to do. Uh, but yeah, you can keep the scenario, but I'd also include a TS similar scenario. Um, all right, not bad. I guess you can work on precise with that. Uh, this is good. I like this scenario. I feel like depending on how easily you perform it, you could also or only include scenarios that they don't move randomly and stuff like that to kind of work on that. Passive horizontal head strafing, you made the same thing, but oh, it's faster. Okay, so I'm guessing you find this pretty easy. And you got the world right. Yeah, yeah, you can. Does this take accuracy into account in scores? Does this act score? Probably not. Oh, you're 6 on this. Yeah, you have very easy time. Um, yeah, you're doing fine with that. Very good job on that score. Good work. Oh, what's that? 10 points behind Stark. All right, very good work. Yeah, good job. Just keep up the grind. Uh, so that gives me a bit more of an idea of your skill level. Are you up here on this one? Dasnerth. If you're below Dasnerth, Ed. Yeah, Ed, you're 6 points below Dasner, the controller shotgun guy, you got to pick up the slack. I like this scenario. Work on your smoothness here. Yeah, I don't really know exactly what you're working on, but I could definitely see this being a good, complete Valorant playlist. This is a cool scenario. I don't really know what it's. Kill 100 hard bots. Yeah, that's a cool scenario. Yeah, cool scenario, Ed. Good job. I feel like you can move around. Can you jump? Can you raid the top? No, you can't get past it. Is there a little way around the hitbox over here? Exploring adventure time. Come on, grab your friends. Go to very distant lands with Jake the dog and Finn the human. Can I get sued for singing that song? Uh, I'm working on beating Daznith. You gotta become better than Daznith. If you're serious about going pro in a game, what's your first step? I think if you're trying to go pro, you should constantly be focusing on improvement, constantly be focusing on getting your name out there. That's a big one that a lot of people forget. People think, "Oh, I can get Radiant and then I can play as well as a pro and then I can go pro." No org's going to sign someone with no competitive experience who even people with competitive experience, there's a ton of like semi-pros who might play good enough to go pro if an org would sign them, but they can't get signed because they're not well known enough. Like being well known helps you get on an org, especially if an org could see you as boosting their viewer base. Like how Shroud went pro in Valorant briefly, but less extreme. You could become, and also they just want to know you. Like try to make friends with people who are currently pro, I guess. I mean, again, I've never actually gone pro, but I do have friends who've tried and friends who have, or not, and I've worked with people who have succeeded in going pro. So this is just like thoughts from seeing what they done. I mean, I'm not really more qualified to talk on this than most people, but just try to that's what I would think, but again, I'm not really an expert on going pro in games as I haven't done it personally, and I'm not really planning to do it anytime soon. Message retracted. Why do people keep retracting emails? Yeah, networking's cool. What do I got to do to improve stopping power? Play a scenario where you struggle to stop, and then oh, it's a scenario where it goes until you kill all the bots. And Ed, of course, has the world record in it. And then Ed's alt account has the second score. Cool, cool. Usually for my warm-up playlists, there'll be like a few scenarios. Yeah. So let's go to the prescient guys' names. Ed's typing. What does Ed have to say today? Prescient. All right. Here is your warm up. Here is your training. Sorry this took so long. Good luck. If you have questions slash issues, reach out to me. What are stopping my favorite stopping power scenario? And normally I don't give very clear answers on these kinds of things, but this is a very specific question, so I'm able to give an answer on it because there's an actual answer. Like people ask, what's a Valorant scenario? There's 100 skills in Valorant, and each of them are probably similarly important, and it really depends on who you are. But this scenario, great for stopping power because it forces wide flicks. It doesn't really emphasize the micros too much because the targets are pretty big, so you can really focus on just stopping and not worry if your shakes are coming from a lack of precise control. And it forces, and it's a Pokeball scenario, so you do have to wait on the target. You can't just pass over it and expect it to die, right? Like, see if you do that, like a clicking scenario, you could get away with this. This scenario, you can't get away with that. So that's why I like this scenario. Sometimes my aim is really shaky, but most of the time it is good, and I feel in control. Do you have any knowledge on this topic? Thank you. I don't know. It would really depend on any good fundamental playlist apart from the. Don't waste your time on the Voltaic fundamentals, please, please. Um, don't. Those aren't. They're fundamental. General playlists are so hard and I have so many issues with them. It's just like a lot of people who try and make quote unquote fundamental playlists, like I make them way too easy, targets way too big, not enough emphasis on target reading and their reactive tracking, not enough emphasis on speed and reactivity and their flicking and all that stuff. I don't want to be annoying. One last don't worry about asking questions. I don't really care. And also, it's not you had the best question of the stream so far, Joseph. Honestly, you you did. That was the best question. Good job. I'm proud of you. What should I do if my aim isn't crisp, like straight? Keep working at. You don't want to sacrifice speed in order to get straight lines, but you also don't want to sacrifice some semblance of like moving for speed. You want to learn to balance the two in a way that gets you the most efficiency possible. Oh, Wapom said something. Hey, Wapom. Wapom has been a subscriber forever. I love that guy. Yeah, but I would not recommend the Voltaic fundamentals. Um, yeah. What's the best smoothness scenario? I'm assuming you mean smooth tracking, not like learning to make smooth micro adjustments and dynamic clicking, or some other application of quote unquote smoothness. I don't know. Tracking is a lot harder to pick a specific scenario for a specific skill as because as skill increases with tracking, what might be a react like CLSI will feel like smoothness for one person and reactivity for another person. It's not like a flicking scenario where it's always going to be about like either static or dynamic or this or that. It becomes a lot more in the bot pattern. I've been doing smooth bot a lot from. Yeah, it's really hard to say where though. That's my point. Like that is a weird smoothness scenario. It's really hard to say what's a smoothness and what isn't. I found your channel. Is it possible to improve aim without playing any? Yeah. look at Shroud. It just takes like, I mean, if you got 9 hours a day for the next 25 years of your life, you can become Shroud too. Most people don't wanna wait very long periods of time to acquire good aim, so they don't. Most people like what I meant was just playing deathmatch. Yeah, if you want to, that's what I meant. If you want to spend the next 25 years of your life working on something, then you can do it. But if you want to spend the next two or three working on good aim, then an aim trainer is the way to go. Have you seen how Optic EA aims? Once or twice, I think. Isn't it like very weird? Isn't it like weirdly slow and just praise his crosshair placement works? What was the thing you told those people to read when they, The Inner Game of Tennis by W. Timothy Galloway. The Inner Game of Tennis by W. Timothy Galloway. The Inner Game of Tennis by W. Timothy Galloway. The Inner Game of Tennis by W. Timothy Galloway. I don't really know much about Ye's aim, to be honest with you. I haven't seen much of it. I've like watched it once or twice, but I don't really know much about him. Seems like a nice guy. I don't actually know anything about him. I saw one video by him and he seemed like a nice enough guy though. Let's see, Miles. So I'll search up Miles in the drive. Miles. Second. Ah. Do you know Alexander? He followed me on Twitch. I don't know if he follows me on YouTube or subscribes to me on YouTube. I know he does not follow me on Twitter. We've DM'd once or twice, but I mean, wouldn't say we know each other. Like, I've talked to him once or twice, but I really don't know him. Like, we follow each other on Twitch, and like I've watched one or two of his streams. I'm guessing he's watched like one or two of mine. He might not even still follow me. I don't know. I've abandoned my Twitch, but he seems like, and I think he only followed me because Mouse Excel. It wasn't like he actually cared about any of. Or no, that's not true. I know he's used some of my ideas in his newer playlists, some of my favorite scenarios in his newer playlists. So I really don't know exactly what, and I do like his playlists that he's made. Um, he seems like a I don't really know much about him other than that. We've talked once or twice, and he seems nice though. Does that book help with tilt? Yeah, it should. He was stomping on bronzes with classics only. I've never had a problem with people smurfing. I don't get what the big deal is, to be honest. I'm just gonna be the one who says it. I've played in low elo in games. I played mid elo in games like Siege. I was very mid, and I've played too much aim trainers to ever play high elo in games. I don't really never grinded a game, but I've never had any problem with smurfing. Honestly, it just doesn't bother me. It's like there's players out there who are better than you. Like, why do you care if you are bronze or silver? You're still like those ranks overall are basically the same thing. I know that's a very very hot take, but like I mean, I've been annoyed by a Smurf being in my game, but at the end of the day, it's like if you can't beat that guy, then like that's your own fault. Like just improve. Like it's showing you where you're weak. Like just it's I don't know. I don't really have a problem with it. I used to aim hero to aim train back in 2016. Is it possible to use aim trainer to still train my aim? Is it possible to use the I don't I've never used I've heard of aim hero before once or twice, but I haven't used it. I don't know how good it is. If you want to use it, I don't know. I really don't know. I don't have it. I'm guessing if it was good for aim training or even like viable, it'd be a lot more popular since it was they got in on it so early. There's got to be some kind of tragic flaw it has. Should I play more DM or more Kovacs for getting more consistent aim in Valorant? If what holds you back is factors specific to Valorant, like your recoil and your crosshair placement, play Valorant. If not, play aim trainers. I started aim training because I was annoyed with being bad, being the worst guy in a very bad group of friends. So I didn't want that to continue. So I started aim training and aim training and aim training and aim training and aim training. And then I started to get a little better, then a little more better, then a little more better. And I just kept going with it. And then it starts getting fun once you have like score targets and stuff. Uh, how come I aim train for like 1 hour and 30 minutes, and the second I go in deathmatch, I get last? Oh, I don't know. There could be 100 reasons. Yeah, aim training is very fun. I agree, Dre. Dr. Dre. I want to listen to Dr. Dre right now because of your name, but we're on stream, and Dr. Dre copyrights his music. I appreciate your content and hope. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Should I stop playing 2 hours? I don't care. Oh well, I actually did coach you, so I do make your routine, but I really don't know. It's up to you. It's like you can work on a lot of things in DM that you can't work on in AM trainers, and that you can work on a lot of things in AM trainers that you can't work on as effectively in DM. Immortal 3 Brazilian servers trying to go pro. I'm 15 and I don't AM train. Should I? Oh, I mean, I'm surprised there's so many people who don't aim train in this chat right now. Well, I'm surprised there's so many people in this chat who don't aim train. That's actually just, it's because I made those mental approach videos. Those got a lot of viewers who aren't aim trainer players. If it feels like a chore to aim train, I probably just won't play that day. It's a video game. I'm not gonna play. I rarely will play a video game that I don't find fun because, like, why would I? Uh, what should I focus on in death? Bro, I don't play Valor. I don't know. I mean, there's things in death matches that are important, like, but talk to someone who knows the game better than me for what to do in deathmatch. I don't even look at me. People think I could I could pass for an AI in Valorant. Don't take my advice. Discord call. What is Discord call? Not right now because that'll probably not be. Thank you for yeah, of course, anytime. Anytime. Good luck, Ed. You got this. Immortal 2, you'll be Immortal 3 in no time. What are some ways to make general hard routines to improve in any game using any aim trainer? I'm thinking of buying Aim Beast. Step one, look at things you're bad. Step one, look at what you're bad at. Step two, fix it. Um, Play different games to see where you struggle in those games, and if you don't, then the only way to know how to improve in all games is just to kind of look at what the different aim demands of all those games are, find scenarios that are similar to them, and then look at how you struggle in those games or in those scenarios, right? And then make your playlist around what you struggle with. Is it 4 hours a day too much if you take breaks? I mean, aim training, Stark LN quote, aim training is about the long game, not the short game. 4 hours of aim training is perfectly okay, but I just clicked insert ad. I don't know what that actually does though. Wait, so does that give you guys an ad break? Could someone tell me if you're on an ad break right now? Uh, Want to be able to get at any game I touch? You use an ad block? I hate ad blockers. Okay, but there was an ad break. All right, that's good to know. Ad blockers, ad blocker people. uh, because when someone because ads are how I pay my editor, and how I fund pay for my microphone and my chair and stuff. So the more people who use ad blockers, like, and that's just YouTubers across the board. It's like you make content for free, and then the ads, like just people having to watch the ads, is what gets you some amount of money to be able to fund making better content the next video. So like it just helps with it helps a lot when people when people use ad blockers, basically you can't get anything from them watching your content, which like makes it so that I can't reinvest. Is that? Let's look into this. Let's look into this. Do YouTubers still make money when you use an ad blocker? Yeah, yeah. Hey Wes, Dre. I love you, Dre. Thank you. I'll use this to pay my. I don't desperately need. Did you just become a channel member? Oh, you did a super chat. Thank you, thank you. I'm not like broke or anything, but like no. Do you want a refund? I don't. You don't have to like give me this for no reason. Like I'm not broke or anything. Like I just like the ads help because it's no expense to you, but like you don't have to like give me your money, please. There's no need for donations. Can I like? Is there a way to refund this? I don't want to like make it seem like I'm desperate for you guys' money. Like I'm not. Uh I don't want to just because I don't want to dox my own editor's prices, I won't tell you. But editing overall does cost me a couple $100 a month. All right. All right. Thank you, Trey. I really appreciate that. I'm not like I very much appreciate that, Trey. Very much. Yeah. So that's how much it costs, and most of that I pay for by coaching. And I can really when I hired my editor at first, I was able to pay for it all with AdSense, but my channel view counts have basically gone down over time instead of up. So I've been like trying to like yeah, I don't really need to get too much into the whole I don't know, you guys don't really care too much about the finances of YouTube, I'm guessing. So we don't really need to get too much into this. But basically the goal is to like Mr. Beast, he makes money, he reinvests it into his content. I make money, I do some reinvestment into content, not all of it, to be honest with you. But I try to reinvest money into content, like pay editors, pay for content, pay for my stuff, like and yeah, it helps. I mean, yeah, I do want to try and like make it like content into like and it was going well for a bit and now it's going less well. So like I feel like I just need to find a way to get I feel like the issue with my do you know the algorithm well? I know it a decent bit. I so if you consistently train your weakest point, you will, but I recommend training all of your weakest points. Do I know the algorithm well? I do. I'd say I don't know it perfectly, but I know it well enough to see where my videos go wrong, and I need to put in more self-reflection. I feel like my first semester drained me a lot, and I wasn't really able to focus as much time into content. You tapped into the Valorant community pretty well. I'd say I did all right with that. I feel like the fact that I was never very good at yeah, that's one issue. 40 Varik Singh just sent me 40 of I don't know what that currency is though. Let's look this up. I'm very grateful for these. Um Rupee to dollars, so oh, like $5. Oh, thank you. I really appreciate that. Oh, that's like $1. But still, thank you. I very much appreciate that. Um any routine do will stop having. Hey Wes, can you help me with the problem? Any routine I do stopped working after a certain period of time and I don't know what to do. That's just what you got to expect from routines. Like you want to make sure you focus on. Sorry, I missed your comment the first time. One, you want to make sure you focus on what's it called? Yeah, I saw 40. I was like, oh, wow, but it's like 50 cents, but it's still very generous of you. Thank you for giving me anything. Um, One routine you want to focus on just shifting new routines, or focusing on your weaknesses, shifting your routine to always work on what you're worst at, and you will always improve. Thank you for that donation. Yes. I hope that answers your question. Like, don't expect the same thing. Nice. Good night, Henrique. Henrique. Is it pronounced Henrique or Henrique? Henrique, probably. Roxel. Yeah, the Roxel arrow is crazy. The note. Are you allowed to plug your editor? I probably am. I just don't want to dox his prices. I already plugged him earlier in the stream. I just don't want to didn't want to dox his prices. It's this guy, the letter Dex, the same guy who edits RevoSex content, and I'm pretty sure he also edits Voltaic's content, or at least he did Voltaic for a bit. Um, he edited all the Rid videos. He's a very much an editor. He's like edits all the aim training content. All the aim training content you will see is edited by the same guy. Henry Key. Henry Key. Play different routines that will cover. Yeah, just constantly. You gotta constantly be rotating routines. And if you mindlessly choose routines, you won't. You make your thumbnail. I do not make thumbnails now. Uh, how often should I change my sets and by how much? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Natty Overwatch stays within 2 centimeters of all his senses at all times. Most people like go more than that, like more radical. It's just don't put too much thought into it. It's not important. The Reddit AMA, I actually got followers from that. Oh man, that was so much fun. That Reddit Ask Me Anything was so much fun. I really enjoyed that. I had like what happened was my PC broke, my GPU breaks, so I have nothing to do. So I just go on Reddit. I like basically give myself like the most arrogant autobiography I can on a little post so that people actually ask me questions. And I say, ask me whatever question you want, and then I have like I'll review your aim routine, and people just keep coming at me with aim routines coming at. And I basically just went through them with a checklist of 4 basic things a Valorant routine should have, and I was like, it has this, but it lacks this, has this, but it lacks this. And it was like a very easy thread to do, but it was so much fun because like I have the record in r/Agent Academy for most comments on a post. Uh, Occasionally I find it. difficult to stop myself from spam clicking. How can I discipline myself so that I'm more precise? Um, oh, how can you discipline yourself so you stop spam clicking? If you're just going for static scores, just want to work on that, I just honestly Bard Pill. Four misses, restart. Shorter than 60 seconds, I don't love them because I like how easy it is to make routines of all 60-second scenarios. I feel like 60 seconds allows you to get in the zone a bit better than 30 seconds. I feel like 30 seconds I start and it's done. But I feel like it's also what you're conditioned for. Like when I was competing as a miler, welcome. Nash is now supporter. Dang, Nash. Welcome to the supporter. And you're the currently the only supporter, Nash. So there's a very high chance that gets you, or there's a relatively high chance you manage to play that membership to a free coaching. Yeah, that's right. One member gets free coaching every month. So I might be seeing you on stream very soon again. Uh, wow, thank you. I really appreciate that. Uh, I think about the thing about your videos is that most people want to know exactly how to improve their specific game, not aim as a to yeah, that's true. I definitely do get very general, but I just have so much fun doing it my way. But yeah, it's hard to make videos as well about where I'm not really elite in any games or even mid at any games. It's hard for me to make too much game specific content, like because I haven't really. I can talk about games like from a perspective of an aim trainer player, but it's definitely a way it's definitely one flaw with my channel I found being an aim trainer player. Like I could have probably just full committed to Valorant, only done Valorant, but the issue with that is it kind of gave me the flaw that like if Cartoon did what I did, he would just focus on Valorant. He would have 100,000 subs in no time. He would do very good, but he doesn't. Me and Cartoon literally had a long voice call about how to be a YouTuber, how to promote your coaching, all that stuff, and he just doesn't do it. I know you stopped giving personal. I did not stop giving personal coaching. Isn't Cartoon radiant? Yeah, that's my point. Cartoon's radiant. He's very skilled at aiming. He is very skilled at Valorant. And that kind of intro will immediately get you way more attention. Like, that's why for a while I was always talking about how I aim coach pros for a bit. When it was like, I don't care that I aim coach pros. No one cares that I aim coach pros. It's not like that's like what makes me good at what I do. What makes me good at what I do is that I actually think. I use my brain cells and I think what makes sense, what doesn't make sense, and I try to give you an answer. And I don't always give the best answer, but I just try to give a good answer. That's my only strength. But yeah, uh that's basically the whole thing with like but like when you can like give like that random little thing for credibility, people eat that up, so I do it from time to time. Honestly, I feel like you streaming some games on Twitch will help your I don't think it will. I don't think I perform well enough for it to help my content. I feel like my aim is very inconsistent, so there will be too many whiffs on there, and I feel like my aim is like I feel like I mean, yeah, that's why I am trained. Like maybe if I and also I just don't play enough games. Like I don't no one wants to watch me walk around having no idea how to play a game. Like most of my Twitch, that's true, most of my Twitch engagement was people who'd already watched my YouTube. It was like my biggest fans, not my least fans. Lunar Strain, just get better aim. What Voltaic rank are you now? Third time in the stream, I do not play Voltaic ranks. I don't play Voltaic benchmarks. I'm not in their server. I don't do Voltaic. How did me and Noted happen? So basically, I graduate high school. The Noted story was actually kind of insane. So like, I watched Noted podcast, right? Like I watched his, like I saw him talk to a guy about the like neurology and like just like brain training for AIM on some HVNM podcast. I watched and then I watched some of his clips because that and I already knew who Noted, like to the point where my mom knew who Noted was, right? That's how like cool I thought he was. And then I walk the stage at high school graduation, and then I basically I walk the stage at high school graduation, right? And I get handed my diploma. I finish all that, and I'm in a good mood because I just finished high school and it was just a fun atmosphere with all my. And then I go back to my car. I open my phone, and the first thing I see is Twitter notification, noted message request from Noted. I'm looking for an AIM coach. Do you do that? And I was like, yo, no way. This is like not real. Like, I just check it time and time. I like check his profile. I'm like, this is actually no. What is going on? And then I was like, yeah, I am coach. You want an AM coach? He's like, yeah. So I am coaching. And yeah, it was just very cool. Do I think Voltaic is a scam? I don't really think this is a great topic for me to get into on stream. I don't think this is a good topic to get into on stream. My opinions on various groups and people. I feel like there's a lot of very cool Voltaic members who I like a lot. Like Cartoon, great guy, friend of mine. We talk like I really enjoy talking AIM with him. There's a lot of people. I don't want to start any drama. That's very true. Um, yes, AIM Lab. I wouldn't say I'm beefing. Viscos, I like her. She's nice. Um, I don't know her well, but she's nice. I like her. Um, there's a lot of people in Voltaic who I enjoy. There's, yeah, there's a lot of smart people in there. They come out with good stuff, but I don't think anyone's perfected their stuff yet. I don't think anyone has perfected their stuff yet. And I feel like there's certain people who want to feel like they've perfected their stuff when they have. And honestly, this is a big problem in a lot of the AIM community, not even one specific group. It's just a lot of people want to feel like they've perfected their routines. Their new routine is the perfect AIM routine. There's can't be anything wrong with it, and they can't take a criticism to it, even if the criticism is like specific point, specific reason why it should be applied for this type of training, specific counter argument, and they're like they can't really take that kind of criticism. They need their like things to be right, like, and that just goes for really most people in this community, honestly. Like, there's really almost no one. Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. In AIM training, honestly, it's feels like it's almost a human thing, but I feel like it's more in AIM training than in other disciplines. Just have I already answered why I made this channel? But I don't know, but I'll answer right now why I made this channel. I made this channel because I was genuinely convinced that I had the worst aim in the world or close to it. At least like in the very if you gathered everyone who plays FPS games together, I would be in the bottom tier. I was convinced of that when I started my channel, and I'll give you some evidence too. of my pre-Kovacs gameplay. You've all seen my somewhat recent gameplay, but here's my pre-Kovacs gameplay. Let's watch some pre-Kovacs gameplay of me. I was very convinced that I was the worst aimer in the world, right? That's me trying to hit a guy. I finally got my kill, right? This is a very cool, skillful ace. I was convinced I was the worst aimer in the world. So I used this, my plan was to use this channel to try and find tips for myself to not be this bad. And I'd say I'm definitely not where I want to be, but I'm a lot better than this. You still play? I actually was playing the other day. I'm like copper right now because everyone starts at the bottom of the rank system nowadays. But yeah, and my KD I'm pretty sure is negative too because I don't even know what's going on anymore in the game. I'm like getting killed by frags randomly, but I'm starting to pick it up again. I went like 6-0 and like 7-2 in my last two games. I'll probably play tonight again after I finish the stream. I enjoy the game. It's honestly it's I love this game because of how detailed and complex it gets. Like I was never good at it, but I got into Pro League analysis. I just recoiled into that guy's head. This is like very unskillful. Watch this. Watch this. This is dynamic clicking at its finest. And then watch this. This is I'm zero skill. So I got into aim training and I would just reach out to top players. I would reach out to people who seemed like they knew what they were talking about, ask them for how to get better, how to acquire aim, and they would try to help me acquire aim. And then I would just from there learn things, and then all of a sudden, yeah. Yeah, I gotta be with friends too when I play Siege. I can't play alone. Carsick low TTK aim routine was mid. I don't know what that is, to be honest with you. Wait, Krask? Is that an attempt to spell Krasky? Or is that just something I don't know what it is? Most people install and Voltaic is more getting good. I feel like there was this big separation that didn't need to be made of aim and aim trainers and aim and games, right? People like think like, oh, aim and aim trainer, aim and game, like completely different things. And that's because a lot of benchmarks had to use in practical scenarios. And I honestly, I wouldn't say this is a mistake on Voltaic's part because what they were just trying to do was they were just trying to make benchmarks that would yield consistent score results. And as a result, you'd need somewhat easy scenarios. And that created this whole separation. And then there was this whole idea like of mouse control isn't your aim when they're so very similar that I don't even think the distinction needs to be made. Like I see why it's made, but they're just so similar. It's like really a lot of the supposed difference between aim and mouse control isn't there at all. Movement's important, yeah. I feel like there needs to be more movement scenarios. Like it took us a while, me and Stark, to get Valorant movement almost perfectly one to one in Kovacs. Like this scenario should feel almost like Valorant. Like it shouldn't feel different from Valorant. And there's a few other ones. And then there's another guy who made is it no, I don't think it was this. It was what did he call him again? Was it this? No. Stray. Maybe that? No. Oh, I have one of them downloaded. Let's go to my oh Boons. There we go. This is also supposed to feel one to one with Valorant, but I edited it. Yeah, there we go. No. Valtrack Valorant Valtrack horizontal, maybe it's this. No. I don't know, but you get the point. There's playlists out there. Rate your benchmark system. My own personal benchmarks that I made for Valorant. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'll give them a 6.5. So are you just here to teach people how to aim? Yeah, pretty much. I was considering taking the channel in a few different directions when I started out. Um, Me and my friend were actually considering making a Tuxbird style. I'm not sure if any of you ever seen Tuxbird, but we were considering that kind of content. I don't think anyone would have seen that one coming, especially like that would have been pretty funny in my opinion if we had Tuxbird content, like just like five guys sitting in a lobby, like just saying like funny stuff to each other, like cracking jokes and stuff. But we ended up going against and not doing Tuxbird content because, well, honestly, just because the other four guys I wanted to do it with didn't have the motivation. Our Pure G routines, Pure G fell apart. I'll say why I like it and why I don't like it. Pure G takes in a ton of smart people, ton of motivated people, gets them all in a group with really ambitious goals, no organizational structure, and it fell apart really fast. And they just kind of more became like a friend group. Like I was talking to a guy who was in Pure G, still technically in Pure G, but not really. They're just friends. They just hang out. They don't actually do anything. They like, and then they'll every now and then make like, that's why their benchmarks took so long, because like it's not really a group with an agenda. It's just like a group, and they hype themselves up. If they just said, "Oh yeah, we're some friends," like, and then they just drop a routine every now and then, like it's nothing but where they say like they're the leading educator in aim improvement, innovation, and then they drop two mid Valorant playlists one year, an Apex playlist, and then a year later a benchmark. Very few resources. I wouldn't call him the leading educator in aim improvement. I'd call him some guys. Their Apex routine was popular. Yeah, it was cool. A lot of people don't know that Rid was one of the main guys in Pure G. So Pure G was basically Rid and a few other people. Apex routine was solid. Yeah, I forget what was on it, but I remember not being bad. I feel like static and dynamic clicking are only good for one shot weapon. No, not really. I feel like static and especially dynamic clicking. Dynamic clicking can be very beneficial. Um, there's a bunch of skills that it trains, and it just depends on what you're going for. Really hard to say. One shot weapons, I guess, if you're playing like Apex, yeah, that makes sense. Maybe they burned out. Yeah, I wouldn't even say they burned out because they never even did anything. They just didn't organize themselves. And like they all already had major projects on the way. Like I'm pretty sure Krasky was in Pure G for a bit. Krasky's very good. Yeah, Red Krasky. Krasky's a very smart guy. I think Krasky's the smartest person in terms of aiming knowledge out there. I don't think Rid would give him that credit. I think Rid likes that credit for himself. I don't think Rid deserves that credit. I think it goes to Krasky. Inconsistent first build accuracy, mainly due to the timing, mainly due to very time. Yeah, Nash is going to bed. Good night, Nash. Nice supporter badge. I'm gonna work on getting some custom supporter badges for channel member loyalty so that they look cooler, so that you look more dripped out than just a star in a circle. But good night. What do you think of his yin yang routine? Yin yang. I don't really know how to pronounce it properly. Yin yang, but so don't. I'm not trying to offend anyone. But I think the routine itself was pretty good, especially when you think about the time it was actually created. Like it's an old routine. It is an old routine, but I think some of the details he dropped in that video were probably like that's video. The video itself had more hidden depth, like underlying details, just really smart things that were really well thought out. Like each sentence, some of those sentences in his videos took more effort than some of my videos. Like, I don't think I've ever accomplished, like, one sentence specifically. He says, play this target switching routine like your Viscos or Unans. One. So let's look at the levels of that. One, just, and then he said, just like go like ham, move your mouse fast. So why is that so deep? Like, first of all, he wants people to move their mouse fast, yes, which means they'll be working on speed, they'll be working on fixing their technique instead of slowly, smoothly acquiring technique, which is a way people do things wrong, which I think is very smart. Second, second, that one sentence, instead of telling people how to go fast, it puts a clear image in their head of speed that kind of lets them picture it unconsciously instead of consciously. It's like a whole inner game of tennis thing. And apparently he's never even read the book. That's very smart. Idea of random practice versus block practice. Yeah, that one, I think the random practice versus block practice, like, yeah, random practice has more proven benefits. But I feel like if you can focus better with blocked practice, it's probably better. And I don't think it matters too much. How long do you think it would take to become a top tier aimer with consistent aim training? 3 years, 2 to 3 years. My precision is good in static clicking. I just don't know how to get faster. Any tips? Raw mouse control, clicking 3 with a metronome turned on. Use the metronome to force yourself to aim faster. Do you think that people overthink what routine they should do? Yeah, the routine is 1/10 of the battle. What matters is how you play the scenarios you pick for yourself. One by ones playlists. One by ones are cool. I kind of like having two by twos or three, just having those same scenario multiple times in a row so I can really dial in to fixing my technique. But a lot of times that doesn't work, end up happening, and I just get distracted and forget about the aim training. So it's all about just trying to stay focused. If you overthink your routine, what should you do? Just think about why you're not aiming well and find a way to correct that. Keep up the. Thank you. Thank you. So let's see. I'm gonna. Yeah, I think I kind of want to play video games with my friends at this point. I'm tired. I just want to. This was a fun stream. I really do enjoy this Q&A, kind of just chill with chat streams. If you want to go back and watch it at some point in the future, become a channel member and support the channel. The supporter tier gets you access to all previous live streams. Otherwise, good night. I'll see you next stream. I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Tomorrow's video is going to be a very cool video about consistent aim. You're going to learn to aim consistently. That's going to be pretty cool. That's a question people get a lot. And yeah, goodbye. Thanks for showing up. I'll see you guys next time.